Thank you. Do. And there we are.
Yeah.
No.
Lucky bat. Oh,
Add an ad for taxes.
Mm.
Oops. There we go.
Give the airbrush a little clean. I'm using the airbrush a little bit more tonight, but mostly I'm going to be moving on. And I'm sort of following Marco for Sony's video, and so that took him 4 hours. So really, I have 1 more hour of work, and then I'll be done.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kitmatty91, howdy, folks.
Yeah, can't wait to see the magic in this last hour.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that burp.
Yeah.
Got a bubbly right here. Okay.
Next stream, greetings all. Jason M. Hey everyone, a piece of bread, hello. Oh yeah, I'm using the new airbrush. I forgot to set the PSI.
Oh yeah, did you get the new compressor? Ooh. Hot damn. It's purring like a champ. Jordan Stoll. Hey, just sneaking in while my D&D game is on a meal break. I don't understand why you can't watch this during the D&D game. That's what I would do.
There we go.
Did you get the new compressor?
Yeah, new compressor. About 35 psi. That's where I like to run. A little hot.
A little hot.
I stripped 20 Black Templar Crusaders and painted them again yesterday and today. Ready to watch someone else paint. Yeah.
There you go.
Battle Brothers Tabletop Evening, buddies. What do you think of these Scions? No paintbrush has touched these models yet.
Wow.
And I'm trying out a new ink. This is Dylan Rowney Aquafine Chinese White. I ran out of Liquitex Titanium White, and I figured it's about the same thing.
Well, it's not. It's Chinese white.
Yeah, well, we'll find out what that means.
Chris just donated some real blood to the Blood God right before the stream.
Nice.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Nice, nothing coming out.
I'm gonna say your new compressor's already broken. Did I nail it?
No, I think I'm not getting a good air seal between the nozzle and body of the airbrush.
I think I'm right.
There. Wait, no. Yeah, I'm not getting a good seal.
I like seals. They're kind of fun. Fun creatures. Lucky Bat, give us a seal fact. That's the bong.
Mm-hmm.
Want to put that out there for everyone.
The one downside of the
Lucky.
Harder and Steinbeck Infinity is a lot of the airbrushes, like the Badger Patriot, and a lot of the Badger brushes, they use a self-centering airbrush nozzle, whereas this, it does use a self-centering airbrush nozzle, but it has a phenolic gasket, and that can lead to some issues because it's not, the tolerances aren't as perfect as the machined brass. Brandon Kim, what's a good starter airbrush for cheap? Just something $20 on eBay. It'll spray paint. It'll do about 80% of the work. Baker, do you think they will release more Krieg, or will they be just relegated to Kill Team? That's probably it for the Krieg.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if there was anything more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in many years from now. I don't know. I feel like 2028's a good time.
Yeah.
For some more Krieg.
Let's give that a try.
Yeah, it's a neat trick.
Yeah, it seemed to do it. Kazumi Morayam, can someone explain the bucket, please? It's a big bucket of clean water, and that way I can quickly clean out my airbrush and switch colors without having to run to the sink. Or have to spray out the entire remaining amount of paint. Oh, guys, nothing coming out again? Alright, how can I fix that?
Rowdy Jack, will they ever replace Ultramarines as the poster boy?
No.
No. They like their Ultramarines.
Mm-hmm. And you don't need the Ultramarines replaced because you can still just play whatever you want. But yeah, they'll probably continue to paint everything blue on the box art. There, that's maybe something workable. Let's give it a try. Yeah. A little spitty.
I only want to watch it. So do you just dunk the airbrush as if it was a paintbrush, or just the cup?
Just the cup, like everything past the cup. So the cup is underwater, and the front, and the needle and the front of the airbrush is underwater, and then I just hold down the trigger. That's frustrating. It's sort of working. Yeah, it's a bad seal between the needle and the body of the airbrush.
Yeah, you should throw it out and get a new one. The whole new airbrush. That's a cheap one, right?
Yeah, it's
China brand. JPC, it's Saturday night. Put on your EOB shirts. Because if you don't have a shirt, you should buy one right now.
Yeah, I'm
time to buy a shirt.
I'm right now wearing the Eons of Battle sweatshirts, which is I'm holding up the camera. It's really comfy. It's a poly cotton blend, so it's fuzzy on the inside.
Mm-hmm. And I'm naked, completely naked right now. Mm-hmm. But I did tattoo both designs, one on my front and one on the back. So I'm still wearing the designs.
Kazumi, does water getting further back into the airbrush cause any problems? No. I mean, yeah, it won't cause any problems.
Michael Jorgensen. Wait, I thought we were going to be skins tonight. I am. Everyone else can't be. It's everyone versus me.
the airbrush is working, this would be perfect. But that's okay. I don't plan on using the airbrush too much tonight. Gosh, how would I fix that though?
Pee on it.
Because the nozzle works great. It's just the little gaskets. Honestly, it really probably should just be a rubber gasket, not a phenolic gasket, because it doesn't squish, really. I mean, in theory it squishes, but I feel like a rubber gasket. But that's the problem with the self-centering, is you can't really have a rubber gasket because then there's too much. You can't have something soft. It's tricky.
It is tricky. Because then what's annoying about the badger nozzles is they're really small.
Mm-hmm.
That's also annoying. I mean, you know that Badger Chrome, only $110, $111.
Jordan Stoll, have you ever tried hand painting with acrylic inks? It's becoming my new favorite technique to experiment with. You know, I've never tried that, but I should give it a try. Crimson, I just mailed my Ral Partha minis out today, and the guy running the program asked if I could paint even more fantasy minis because he liked my work so much. Don't do it! It's such a bad deal. Say that you'll do it this time for a fee.
There you go. I'll do it, but for money. Brandon Kama, I had a tree fall on me today. A stream is a great refresher. Why did a tree fall on you?
Gonioid, how do you clean your airbrush? Well, running water through it should clean it like 99% of the way there, and then before I put it away, I'll just take it apart and run my nozzle cleaner through it. And then I have a toothbrush that I use to scrub the pot to get any paint out of there. And then for anything particularly stubborn in the pot, I have a scrubby pad.
What about pot?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you hear what you want to hear. Andy Crimson, don't do it. I get paid in minis, so it's not bad. Also, it's a way to practice new techniques and not feel bad.
But don't you just receive the same mini that you painted? Like, do they give you more than what you painted? Because then it's sort of worth it. But if they just give you the same minis again, you're working real cheap. Not so average Joe. My air compressor can only reach 20 psi. Is that too low? No. Sometimes having high psi is a little nicer because you can kind of push out problems. You can some paints like a higher airflow, but 20 should get the job done. Christopher Davis, have you ever painted any Marvel Crisis Protocol minis? No, I know about the game. It looks kind of neat. I'm just not super into it. I like the Marvel movies. I've seen most of them. I really like Iron Man.
Yep.
What color should I paint the straps? Let's do this, leather brown. He did it in 5. I doubled up on the merch. I'm wearing the t-shirt and the sweatshirt of the futuristic space soldier. Nice.
See, that could be you.
Mm-hmm.
That could be you. It could be anyone out there. You gotta get that merch.
see. Is this color too light? Oh god, where's the brushes?
Figure out how am I going to do this. Brandon Kim, who's the voice on the stream? Your mom. I got you.
Pay no mind to the voice that is on the stream. A darker brown on the skin, or onto the under clothing. Zig Supreme, can the merch be shipped to Australia? Been thinking of getting a heap.
Yeah. Yeah, we can send it to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
We got you covered.
Ooh, you know what I could try? I just got this product that Ninjon told me to buy, and when Ninjon says to buy, I buy. It is Chroma Josandra Magic Mix. Light concealer containing extender for open time that dries matte. Oh, maybe I don't want to use that yet. I'll just use regular matte medium. I don't want to increase the dry time for this. I want to make my paint a little bit opaque, or a little bit not opaque.
Brandon Kim, what army do you play in Legion?
I play the Rebels, and I'm working on an Imperial army. I have a full 800 points of Rebels with a little room to swap things in and out, and I don't know. I'm probably at like 400 points of Empire. And then I'm gonna move on to the clones and then the droids. For the clones, I think I'm going to do Kashyyyk. Although 501st always looks so classy. I don't know what I'll do for the battle droids yet. Probably classic Separatist. Blue for the vehicles. Tan for the battle droids.
Oh yeah, we're playing Kill Team tomorrow.
Yeah!
But I gotta make sure we get Sean involved.
Yes, because it'll finally happen that I'll beat Sean.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah. Yeah.
This paint does not have the most phenomenal coverage I've ever seen. It's doing its best.
It's no Corax White.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is as good as Games Workshop Corax White. Best paint that's ever been made.
Ooh. I'm asking Sean if he's going to beat you. Let's see what he says. Alright. Ah.
Christopher Davis, have you tried the Golden So Flat acrylics? No. I've found, because I have some paints that are like, they have a super matte finish, like Pro Acryl and Reaper, the Reaper series paint. I don't know if I like it. It tends to have a little bit of a grittiness to it. That the more satiny, normal, like Vallejo, Games Workshop, Army Painter don't seem to have. They're not bad at all. Like, they're perfectly usable, barely any different, but just and really just looking at them, that's the thing I've noticed. Is they're just a little gritty.
Why do you hate them?
And sometimes I have trouble running them through the airbrush.
Why do you despise them?
Yeah, they're garbage.
Why do you hate the fans?
Because they're not Dysons. I'm trying. One thing I've noticed.
Like 3 rem. My doggo ate one of my models today. I spent over 2 hours on that model. My mind is in pain.
Aww. Yeah, my dogs have never messed with my models, luckily.
Yeah, mostly because they're not food.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
One thing, I was watching a whole bunch of Marco Sony, not just Mecha videos, and he never really covers things up fully. He always uses a little bit of what's underneath. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not trying to get perfect coverage. I'm letting whatever is underneath show just a little bit through on this brown. And I think that can save you a lot of time if you don't have to really cover things up.
Yeah.
Just get it on there.
As someone would say, get her done.
Get her done.
Yeah. M. My cats love chewing my brushes and knocking my models on the floor. Yep. Yeah, that you can't fix. That's just baked in to the cat cake.
Except for this paint is so watery. It's a little hard to work with a brush. GB, what colors are you planning on using on the armor plates? I think I'm going to wash them with black oil paints, and then like dry brush them or highlight them with a little bit of silver metal. Because really I want them to be black. God, it's so watery and giving me no coverage. I want some coverage.
You say the same thing about me. Pretty watery. I cry a lot. Kenny Hempson. Hello, world. I can't sleep. Woo. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's their sole purpose, pretty much. Feather Brothers Tabletop. I like zero coverage with my paints.
Mm-hmm. Super excited for the oil stage. The oil stage is always the most fun. You just glob it on, you give it a little time to set up, and then you wipe it away. Mm-hmm. And what it leaves you with is magic. But I have 8 of these guys done, which leaves me 3 more. Oops. Which is going to leave me 3 more before I have a full kill team. I have 3 kill teams that are close, over 50% done. I need to finish them, and then I'll have 3 more kill teams to play with.
Damn.
TEMPESTUS SCIONS, Death Watch, and a secret one. Oh, I just got paint all over. There we go.
Sean didn't respond when I said if he's going to beat you.
He's too busy practicing.
He's rolling dice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's rolling hot as always.
It really does feel like it always rolls really hot.
He always rolls 5s and 6s.
I mean, bolters are not supposed to
Always.
do like 14 damage, like on average.
Always. He is killing it. Jake Dog. Oils is fun. Kill team is dumb.
Yeah,
You're
it
dumb.
is.
I wanted to be rude.
Yeah,
in that
kill
moment.
team is lame. Let's play Arena Rex.
Okay.
So let's try to have all the models ready by tomorrow.
Let's play Adeptus Titanicus.
Yeah, I'm down.
Titanicus.
Let me just get $500 for an army.
Yeah, Sean's buying.
Yeah. Arena Rex has some absolutely gorgeous models.
Mm. Nox 3 Rem. Why does it say to leave a dislike rather than a like? Maybe you should do it and find out.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't ask questions you don't want an answer to.
Paul Styron, have you ever painted on stretch canvas or things beyond minis? I really like digital art, and I can draw. I've done a little tiny bit of painting.
We did scenic painting.
Yeah, and scenic painting. So I
I mean,
painted
that's a rather
giant
large canvas.
things. I painted on incredibly huge canvases and some tiny canvases.
Oh, goodness. God. Whenever I think of scenic painting, I always think of, remember we had to just paint it green, you know, however big it was. What is it? Was it like 8 by, I don't know, 20 or something, 24 or something crazy? And I just remember people doing it so slowly, and our teacher, Tom, came in, and he was really pissed, and so he, like, yanked the paint roller out of somebody's hand and showed how to do it quicker. That sticks with me. It's the rudest thing to do. It was awesome. Kind of yelled at all of us. He was really from a different time. I don't know if he could get away with that now. Pretty rude.
That's theater, though. Everybody should be working way harder than they should for almost no money.
Yes. Yes.
And then the show is fine.
No, that's not even fine. Show is, yeah. I mean, how many good shows have you worked on?
Worked on? None.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've never worked on a show that was good. I've only seen one show that was fine.
Yeah.
I've seen one really good show, and that's it. Because I think that's it.
I've seen two.
Okay, you know what? I've seen two as well.
Yeah. And Adam's Family. From that was a really fun show.
And Adam's Family. Yeah.
But that's what theater. That's almost what theater should be, though. It's just fun shows, a little crowd work thrown in there, a little magic, some cool movements. Like, not Shakespeare. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that sucks.
Shakespeare is hot trash. Just watch the good productions of it that are on YouTube. If you're for some reason in the mood, you don't need to see it live.
Yeah. I would argue that there's only one that's good. I think that's The Tempest. That's the only one that makes sense and is fun. Like, there's a story that you can follow.
I like Midsummer's Night's Dream. That one's kind of fun.
That one's also fun, yeah. But everything else.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Don't you love Chekhov? Don't you love learning all about the Russian oligarch and how they were...
Yeah. Let's watch the Cherry Orchard one more time.
Yeah.
God, that's such a boring show. And I get it, like way back when there was nothing else to do, so it was fun. But whatever. I think I'm upset because I think one of my favorite shows that we've seen was Cabaret, and that was at the school that we transferred away from.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That
It
was
was
the best show that I've ever seen there, and it was really, really good. And I think that's just because the show was really, really good and fun and wild, and sad and crazy and creepy and weird and awesome. But yeah, that was good. And then there
Remember
was,
how
another
terrible
one that I don't
Everyman
remember the name
was?
of. Yeah, that was a bad show. Silent Sky, that's the other show. I saw that at Next Act in Milwaukee. That was a really good show.
Everything I saw that was good was at Next Act. I actually there was one called The Secret Mask at Next Act that was pretty phenomenal actually. It was really cool because it was just 2 actors on stage for like 3 hours, and it was kind of cool. And there was another one that I forget the name of. It was about a guy who was awkward. I forget the name of the show.
The EonsOfBattle live stream?
Yeah, it was. Kenny Hempson. So I'm new to painting minis. Just got my first army Death Guard. How do you use oil paints? You watch Marco Frassoni, not just Maker. But basically, it's just like regular paint, except for you have to thin and clean your brushes with odorless paint thinner, mineral spirits, instead of water. Christopher Davis, do you have a full roster of Scions?
Does it have to be odorless? What if you just want to really stink it up?
I guess you could do though. I mean, it really reeks. I mean, the odorless stuff smells.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Just the stinkiest stink you could possibly stink.
Christopher Davis, do you have a full roster of Scions or has some regular guardsmen? Nope, full Scion. I'm not wasting my time with no regular guardsmen. I also have the veteran guardsmen, and so those they scratch my guardsman itch. They scratch my pleb guardsman.
May want to get that checked out.
Although I do kind of want another box because I want to run 14. Because the 10 with the missiles is still pretty good. But I feel like the 4 extra bodies is usually what you'd want.
What about Guys and Dolls or Hello Dolly?
They're kind of fun, but they suck. Like musicals are a different thing.
Yeah.
Like musicals, there's more there for you to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Unless you don't like musicals.
Yeah, if you don't like musicals, obviously, yeah, it's not gonna be a good time. But
I think the thing that's great about Cabaret is I feel like even if you don't like musicals, you'd probably like that show.
Yeah.
It's just a good show.
Put on your Sunday clothes. There's lots of world out there.
And I just think of Wally when I hear that.
Mm-hmm. I worked on a production of Hello Dolly. It is a fun show. I stitched Dolly's dresses, all but one. Mm-hmm. I got once I actually arrived at the theater, I was put on guy duty, and I did all of the men's clothing. There was 3 people working on the show.
Yeah.
So 2 people were on ladies, and then I was the guys. I remember one of the actors. Was that the dick to asshole?
Yes.
Yeah, it was an actor. We hung out below the stage because that's where like the green room and dressing rooms and stuff were during the production. And an actor ran up to me and he said, "I tore my pants from dick to asshole," and he was right. So he's standing right next to me at the sewing machine. He takes off his pants, hands them to me. I sew the seam right back together. He puts on the pants and runs right back out on stage.
Amazing.
Battle Bros Tabletop, the 4 bodies is what you'll want to take every time. Just so good. Yeah, 14 models is a ton. Ooh, Battle Bros Tabletop. I may have just picked up stuff for a Worm Coven or Worm Corp. Worm Brood. Worm Brood? Is that the name of the kill team? Gene Stealer called kill team from the White Dwarves. I got a Keller morph and the sniper guy. I forget the name of it. But yeah, I'm going hard. I'm gonna dip my toes into White Dwarf. Basically, all the models are done. I own everything for the Gene Stealer cult.
We have a Sean update. I said, "Are you going to be Jay?" And he said, "Hell yeah." So you got steep competition. Apparently, he's also playing Total Warhammer 2. Warhammer 2. So
I was playing Dawn of War. It's a fun game. I decided to actually try. I never tried that before, actually trying at the game, and so I could never ever beat it. But now I tried a little. Like I learned some hotkeys.
Oh.
And you kind of have to with RTS.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it? You have to try to win.
Yeah. Because before I could only win with the Necrons because they're super OP. And by win, I mean beat the AI on normal. That's what I mean.
Right.
Rose Bipsja. I'm really struggling on deciding when a model is finished. No matter how much I do, there's always something I see that I can add or do better or something. Any tips? I think that's kind of the right look. Like once you're got a model and there's like nothing else you want to do to it, it's done. Often for me, it's when I just don't want to work on the model anymore. Where I'm like, I see flaws, but for me, it's done now because I want to be done and I want to go eat a sandwich or something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could give yourself a due date. It is done. I am pretty much close, and by Tuesday, it's done, and I'm not going to touch it anymore. And you always could go back later, like in a year or 6 months or whatever, and go back to it.
Battle Bros Tabletop. Wormblade. I have very limited experiences with theater/musicals, but I got hired to play lead guitar for the Evil Dead musical, and that was really fun. Oh yeah, that sounds like a great time. It sounds
great.
Like they actually picked a show that people might actually enjoy. Like something new, something cool.
I would rather watch Working. Remember Working?
I liked Working. I remember you didn't much care for Working. I liked Working. I didn't think it was great, but I had a good time.
Bitching about their jobs. There's some really good songs in it though. I swear to God, I listened to one of the Working songs today.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember which one it is. It's like it's a famous song. Probably everyone's heard it. But there's some good music, but it is just people complaining about their jobs. Anyways, being a war game YouTuber is really hard, guys.
Yeah. maybe it hit different for me because I had just come from working at the warehouse.
Right. Well, but I just came from working at Michael's.
That's true.
Yeah,
but there was no the Shelf Stalker song, was there?
No, of course not. Was there a warehouse song?
No, but there was like a
trucker?
Truck driver. I really felt simpatico with the prostitute song.
Yes, but that makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I did a really bad job gluing this hand. I'm going to say Games Workshop did a bad job having that hand made up with the arm.
There you go.
Yeah. A good musician blames his instrument.
A good musician complains about being a musician in a musical.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember vividly arguing about, because I thought the Old Man song was horrible.
Oh, I love the Old Man song.
And I remember vividly arguing with you about it, about how horrible it was, but you loved it.
Yeah, no, you just got to get in touch with your feelings. It was so emotional. It was sad.
Yeah, but I think my problem with it was the guy was not very good.
No, not really.
It really took me out. I'm like, oh, I can't even. It's just a little awkward. Yeah. Because that was kind of a fun situation because it was a community theater and a school theater. So you get a wide variety of weirdos. And so he was an older gent trying to play like an older guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little weird. Daniel Bear, I'm making chicken wings for the big game tomorrow.
Woo!
Who's gonna win?
My game versus Sean.
Yeah, that's really nice. Andy Crimson, my EOB shirt should be here sometime soon. I swear to you, I will wear it to Warhammer World.
Woo!
Please take a photo of that.
Ah, please do. We will share the heck out of that. Our shirt at Warhammer World.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
All right, so I have a little over 15 minutes left to finish these guys. Did I get all their fingies? Good. Chillosmic. I helped spotlight for Annie, and I have a twitch when I hear the music. Oh yeah, Annie's awful. I don't like Annie. Cameron, I've almost finished painting a Death Guard, Combat Patrol, Terminators, and Blightholler. Yeah! Sweet!
Monitor, my EOB shirt came today, but it did not include any hand-drawn penis pictures, so I have half a mind to send it back. Uh-oh. My high school band director loved Annie and made us play songs from it all the time.
I should have been fired.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just not right.
Yep.
Jake Dog. Nick J, what color is warp? I need to paint warp energies on world bears. I think it's green. I suppose it could be anything. I've always thought of it as purple.
It's orange. It's orange.
Yeah, it's orange. I think of it as purple because it's purple in Dawn of War.
That'll do it then.
Tempestus
Cameron.
Scions have a lot of stuff going on.
They do. Cameron, I played in the show Oliver in a local theater. Really sparked my passion, and my high school drama teacher has almost put out that spark.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I still kind of have nightmares that I'm for some reason I'm acting in a show, and I would hate that.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. That's not gonna...
No.
No, but yeah, that's not happening. Oh God. You know, we still need a show on the Patreon. That poster.
We do. I'm on.
You keep
I was
forgetting
on the
about it.
poster of one of the shows at our college because I did the costuming for the posters, and one day there was just nobody else available, so I ended up being the person in the photos for the poster.
And it's pretty much the funniest thing in
It
the
is.
whole world.
And the actors are pissed because they want to be on the poster.
Of course.
But hey, hang out in the theater all summer long. That's how you get to be on the poster. Because the actors are gone.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're out.
They're driving Uber.
Yeah. No, they're doing drugs.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I wish I was, but.
While driving the Uber.
Yeah.
Not sure. Is this poster still around or what? There's several copies.
There's several copies. I have a copy. Do I still have it in my wallet? There was also cards, like little cards to remind you of the date. I used to have it in my wallet. I think I took it out. Yeah, I took it out. But yeah, that was pretty good.
The season where we actually took good photos for the posters was the season where the posters were almost fine.
I was I gone? I don't even know.
Yeah, you were gone. Yeah,
Because I literally cannot imagine what that
we
is.
had terrible posters. Except for the Tempest. The Tempest one was all right.
I don't remember what it was. Oh, I do remember what it was. Yeah, that one was all right. Ah, the world. Alex YT, hey, just thinking about the Wendigo video. What's the scariest story you've read or listened to?
Oh God, I listen to creepypastas all the time. A lot of them are pretty spooky. What's the best one? I really like the authors I really like is on YouTube Creeps McPasta. He's my favorite. And then there's Mr. Creeps, and Mr. Creeps is a great writer, but yeah, his voice isn't great. Be like if I narrated a scary story. But they're really good. There's a great story. I think it was on Reddit. I think he's working on a book right now. It's like I'm a search and rescue worker, or I'm a park ranger search and rescue worker, and I have some stories to tell. That's a really, really good one. Probably read the whole thing in like an hour. A really scary game that I played not that long ago was the forest, the woods, Darkwood. Super spooky game. It's a top-down like exploration game, I guess. And it's and you wouldn't think top-down could be scary, but it's really scary. And oh God, the story of it is freaky. The characters you meet and talk to are awful. It's great. There's a mechanic where you can't be outside at night. but you can't go to sleep and like pass the night either, and so you just have to sit there in the corner with like stuff piled against the windows and doors and just hope nothing comes to find you. You just hear things wandering around. Oh, it's great. No jump scares. It's all atmosphere. Which I'm not super opposed to a good jump scare. I don't like lame jump scares. Like when like complete silence and then the cat makes a noise and it's like, ha ha, we gotcha with the noise, but you shouldn't. Didn't matter. Those are annoying. There was a ton of that in the movie The Woman in Black. That was with Harry Potter.
Yes. Good old Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
What is he up to right now?
I mean, he's in stuff.
Yeah, I know. He's in a bunch of stuff.
I think he's working on a Weird Al biopic.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah, you don't need to do that. That's okay. I think that we should save these biopics for when people are dead.
Maybe he needs the catch.
Yeah,
although he's Weird Al. Hopefully he doesn't.
Thought. That's all it really could be. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Although I guess he can be at his own premiere then.
I guess so. I guess like it's like those people that they want to have a live funeral.
Oh, that's craziness.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like that's the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of it's pretty much the exact same thing.
I want to hear you say all the nice things about me.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be funny if everyone was just really rude and like spit on you and stuff? Like what they would do in your actual funeral.
Nobody shows up.
Oh, that honestly,
the
that's
food's
perfect.
Bad.
That's what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think would be funnier? So like, you know how like people do interventions?
Yeah.
You do surprise funerals for people.
All right, get in the casket.
So they just walk in and it's their funeral that they're at. That could be pretty fun.
Rosa Bishige. I finished the first book of the Eisenhorn series and started book 2 immediately. I like them a lot. Does anyone here know any books that are similar in the Warhammer books? Similar to Eisenhorn. A lot of the Space Marine ones are sort of similar. Usually they're a little bit more like, there's a big battle at the beginning and at the end. Actually, you'd probably like the Severina Rain book, Honorbound. It follows a tight-knit group of human characters as they make their way through the Warhammer universe. Honorbound. That's a pretty good one.
What if you want them to be loose knit?
I guess. I mean, the best book in the series is in all of Black Library has got to be Infinite and the Divine, starring Trazy and the Infinite and Oricon the Diviner, Necron Lords. Technically, one of them is a Cryptek. That, oh my gosh, is it so good. Alex YT, any tips for Tiger Stripe camo? I'm stuck on my Desert Rebel Trooper. They've got a khaki stone base, crack stone base, but I can't decide on Rhinox or Beastie Brown for the main stripe color. I have a video kind of on stripes. I think it's a video on how to paint fine lines, but I essentially paint tiger stripes. Paul Saren, why don't we see Nick on the stream? He deserves more than a sticker on the left side. No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. I like to be banished. I'm also nude right now, so that'd be a little awkward. Everyone thinks this is a joke. I'll take a picture right now. I'll put it up on the OnlyFans. Better Brothers Tabletop. Nick is skins tonight. Exactly. I'm glad that we've established that. So the weather out there, it's pretty wild,
The weather
right?
outside is fright. It was cold today.
I wouldn't know.
I went out. It was cold.
Yeah, don't go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Problem solved. Stay indoors forever. Buy real estate online.
Buy digital real estate online.
Yeah.
That's the real move.
A couple NFTs here and there, a couple monkeys, and we're good to go.
Yeah, tomorrow for Kill Team, I'm going to be playing the Tau Pathfinders, or the Chalnath Tau Pathfinder team. And I'm super excited because they seem really OP. They're not crazy survivable, although they get the one thing they get some. They can either have better shooting, or they can have the same thing the orcs have, but actually cheaper than the orcs can have it, where they can retain 2 saves if they're in cover, or retain 2 normal saves if they're in cover.
Yeah. All right, everybody in the chat. Is Jay going to beat Sean? Sean will be playing crew. That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm. Which color gold do I want to use? Ooh, I want to use this one, the yellowy gold. I want it to be like a sickly gold.
Everyone's saying no. Oh, Michael Jorgensen, absolutely.
I am famously bad at Kill Team.
Rose Bipshy says EOB merch shipped to Europe too. Yes. Ships worldwide. We can ship it anywhere. It's much more expensive. But we ship anywhere.
Oh my gosh, Vallejo and your liquid gold bottles. There she goes.
I only want to watch it. Not only will Sean beat him, he'll take his wallet too.
Oh, it looks like it maybe paint is seen better days. It still looks usable. I want some super shiny bright golds. Alright, which brush do I want to? Do I not care about that much?
Derpimus, what kind of camera would you recommend for stream painting that won't break the bank? Well, we used to use our phone.
Yeah, and it worked.
Kind of.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I feel like with the phone stuff, it might depend on your computer.
Yeah.
Too. You had a little bit more powerful, or maybe a little newer computer, maybe it would be fine. I'd love to see what would happen if you hooked that up, did that same old setup on the PC. See what would happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't remember how much the Logitech Brio is. Like $200, 150.
I think it's like 150.
That's what we're using right now.
And it's really good. It's kind of better than it has any right to be.
Yeah. It's $200. Nope. Some of it's 160. I don't know what the difference is. One of it comes with more crap. Yeah,
like a stand or something?
No, it comes with a bunch of extra stuff. I don't even know. I don't understand. But yeah, you can get it for 160. I bought mine secondhand. I bought the one that we use secondhand, so it was cheaper than that. Like I bought it. There was like an office going out of business, and I bought their webcams. I bought one webcam from them, but they had a bunch for sale. They had like 20 of them. Alex YT, I'm very patiently excited to see EOB Bat Reps just to see how you guys play. Poorly. That's what it'll be. I think what it will be is people will be watching us play the game, and they'll be like, wow, they're making obvious mistakes. Like they should, instead of going that way, you should have went this way, and you would have won immediately.
Yeah, you should have rolled better on that one. Oh, God, my grenade launcher that hit 4 orcs and did no damage whatsoever.
Yep.
Ah. Ooh, this gold is nerve-wracking, but boy, is it pretty. The Vallejo Liquid Gold, probably the best golds out there. Although the only problem I've found is they're they're temperamental. You can't ever let them touch like water or air. And I actually put a bunch on a model and then didn't varnish it because technically, if you want your metallics the shiniest, you don't put anything on top of them. But the bronze paint I used oxidized with the air and turned, like, it got blue specks all over it. So for this, I'll varnish.
Yep. That was a burp. I feel like that was my first burp of the night. It's 10 o'clock.
But I want these guys to be fairly regal because they work with an Inquisitor. So they would be well stocked and supplied.
Paul Styron, if a genie gave you one of every mini Games Workshop has ever made, would you keep them all?
No, I'd sell them. Except for a couple, the ones I wanted.
So you'd keep Lord Croak?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd keep a Seraph on her. I'd keep probably a lot of Age of Sigmar stuff, because I don't have a lot of that. Age of Sigmar. The models are so cool.
We should sell all our 40k and just go all in.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Perfect.
Yeah, my stuff can be on eBay tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how yours does first. Captain Brineblood, can't let them touch air. How does it dry?
Well, it's normal. It dries like a normal paint, but then it's the metal particles in there react with the air,
like over time.
It can tarnish. Yeah,
not like the next day.
Yeah, like a year later. I sent you $1 million. Did you keep all those dollars? The same question, a different way.
Yep. That answer is yes. Alex YT, the most annoying thing about laundry has got to be coming up with missing socks.
Like losing your own socks, or just you found out that you've lost a sock? Because the washing machine, or the washer and dryer gods demand socks as tribute.
Right.
So it's just the burden we bear.
Mm-hmm.
To have.
I mean, I know there are certain individuals that actually put their, let's say, they're stripping for the night, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll put their socks and maybe even their undergarments into a little bag, and then they put that bag into the washer, so that the washer can't eat them.
Yeah, but it still gets them.
Yeah, it just opens the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it works.
These are some very colorful scions, but they won't be colorful for once the oils are on.
I think underwear is for losers. Change my mind.
Yeah, you can't.
Unless, of course, we get a sponsorship from a underwear company.
Yeah,
then that could work.
Yeah, we will shill MeUndies so hard.
Yes, that there's a couple things that I want to happen. I want to get at least one video to get 1 million views this year. I want to get in trouble from Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also want an underwear ad of any kind, because I know exactly how I want to do it, and it would just be hilarious. It'd be about covering your gamer crack.
Yeah.
You're leaning over the table. That's what the ad would be about. I think it would work really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
Cover that gamer crack. Alex YT, Nick, why you gotta flex how put together your life is on the daily? It's because I'm a motivational speaker, and I want everyone to be better. That's my other YouTube account.
Paint every day. No days off. Yeah, I want to be the Gary V of painting. I want to give bad advice loudly.
It's all about hard work. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm. The scheme doesn't matter. It's all about follow-through. Follow-through doesn't matter. It's about execution. But execution is nothing without an idea. I really like how these eagles look on their legs.
Yeah. Flipping a dude at 88. I love the sword computer.
Yeah, it's my favorite. He's my favorite model. Yeah, the TEMPESTUS Scion. He's the comm specialist. And boy, is he a specialist.
Paul Styron, as a close-up streamer, do you think you could get manicures every week and write it off as a business expense? Yes, of course you could. The problem is it's still not free.
Yeah, you still pay for it.
So there's no point.
Mm-hmm.
Alex YT. So no wargaming depends for extra long stream or extra long games or painting sessions. That's also not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's my my goal for next year. Do some wargaming themed depends. Do you think that would work well on Kickstarter?
Yeah, I think so. For tournament for the tournament scene. I mean, they'll buy the latest model from Games Workshop. They got money to spare.
Yeah, there you go.
getting close to the oils.
Woo!
Marjorie, we just need an EOB branded battle bucket for those long sessions.
Battle bucket.
So excited for oils. My favorite part of painting is the end. Like, not the end, like not when it's done, but when I get to do like the last final touches, freehanding, highlighting, edge highlighting. That's the stuff
My
that's
favorite part?
really fun.
My favorite part is the imagining.
Yeah, that part's fun too.
But then that's it. No more.
Oops, that was too much paint. Maybe I can push it around.
Alex YT. Speaking of hands, any tips for getting super glue and paint off your hands other than wash your hands better?
Yeah, I mean, it'll come off.
Yeah, I think it's wash your hands better.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have one of these. It's like a Brillo pad, and I'll kind of rub this on my hands and fingers to really get the paint off.
You could also wear gloves.
Yeah.
Like, you're probably preparing for Valentine's Day, I'm sure. You don't want the lady or, maybe gentleman, you never know, to think you're disgusting. So maybe you wear some gloves while you're painting and working on stuff.
All right, it's oil
I would just
time.
be disgusting. That would also work.
Do. It's oil time. Do. Oh god, why is it sticky?
Uh-oh.
And you need a brown. Do I go raw umber or burnt umber? Because nobody knows how to cook umber. I'm gonna go with raw. I want it a little redder.
God, I wish I had my my Jerry Seinfeld app that just played the. It was just a picture of Jerry Seinfeld. Press the button and it played the Seinfeld theme.
A little bit of black and a little bit of brown. I think I might do magenta too. We'll see.
Oh my God.
We'll see. I'll put it on the palette.
Do it. And some orange. There's not nearly enough orange on these models.
I agree.
I can't wait for at some point one stream you'll paint with orange.
I definitely don't. Yeah, I don't use orange a lot.
Yeah. I think you don't know how to paint with orange. That's kind of what I think.
It's because I haven't drank enough cadmium.
Oh. That makes sense. I have a bunch of Vallejo paints that have cadmium in it.
Paul Styron, have you ever painted a mini with your non-dominant hand just to see how it would turn out? Could be a fun side-by-side comparison. I don't think it'd be that fun because it would just be really bad. And it would not be much fun. Like it's kind of fun to like draw a little picture with your non-dominant hands because it takes a minute. But I don't want to commit to painting like for 5 hours and just have it turn out terribly because it should.
Yeah.
Speaking of how it should, I need my makeup sponges.
Hmm. Andy Crimson. If my love does not accept the messy paint on my hands from an evening of hobbying, they are no love of mine.
Ooh.
This is a fact.
I gotta channel my inner Wapple. James Wapple. James Wapple is a painter who does unbelievable things with oils.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now which brush will I sacrifice to the oil gods? This one, I think.
Flipnut Dude at 88. Do you have Prime Video?
Yes.
Amazon Prime?
Yeah. There's lots of great stuff on there I want to watch. I haven't seen The Boys season. I haven't watched anything. I want to watch The Boys season 2. Other stuff. The last movie I watched.
You're forgetting about Disenchantment on Netflix.
Of course, I am. Weirdly, I don't watch a lot of movies, but every now and then I'll watch something weird. I watched, and this is like 2 years ago. It's the last time I really was watching a movie. I watched a movie called The Silence, which is a fairly generic horror movie, but I kind of liked it. It was a ripoff of... Oh, darn it. That was the bad choice. Maybe I can take a little out of that. Put it in there. I think I often go just a little bit too heavy with pigment saturation with my oils. I want to try a little lighter and see what that does.
Makes sense.
Oh, that's pretty darn thin. Environments. No judgment whatsoever, I'm sure.
Jay, why are you bad at painting?
Just a little. Let's give this a shot. Let's see what happens. I can always fix it. Because it shouldn't affect the paint underneath. And here we go. Boop. Oh yeah, that's too thin. It still works a little. Like I wouldn't really have to clean this up. If it dries, looking like kind of what it's looking. It looks insanely good wet, but I think when it dries, it's going to be a lot more matte and kind of vanish a little. So I'll have to wait and see.
Who's Matt?
I was at the store today, and every matte spray paint was out of stock, except for salmon.
There you go.
Oh God, why do I always have this problem? I've never seen another painter have the same problem I always do with blacks, which is it's so
grainy. I have it. Mine's always grainy too. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I bought different blacks that people have claimed are not grainy at all. And it's like, I mean, look, you can kind of see it on my palette. what it's doing. Like it's like sand. Let's try. Throw it on there. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit more what I was looking for. A little darker, a little dirtier.
Mm. XYT, too grainy. Sounds like you need more fiber.
Pretty much.
Yeah, did you think about that?
You know, I hadn't thought about it, but now I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that's really nails it. Nutbeats, make a how to play kill team video. Yes, that way everybody will lose, just like me. No, I really do want to do how to. I would love to do a video series called Play X Today, where if somebody watched the video at like 10 o'clock in the morning, they could run out, get what they needed, bring it back, and be playing the game that evening. And I'd make like, play Kill Team today, play 40k today, play Age of Sigmar today, play Malifaux today. Because I think it's really hard to get into any of these games. But if someone's like, okay, here's how to just do it. Here's everything you need to just do it.
Right.
Anybody in the chat know about oil paints? Why graininess? Why does graininess happen?
XYT, I would watch the pixels out of that series.
The problem is it'd be super fun. It would take about 1 million hours of research and development because I'd have to learn the game.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely. We will do it. We will do it because I really want to one day. Probably start with Kill Team. That's the game I know the best.
I also want to be president one day.
Yeah.
So, look forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Can I be VP?
Yeah.
Woo!
Of course. No, Kamal's going to be my VP.
Okay. Well, then I'll run against you and everybody will vote for me.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not going to be good. All right, let's do a poll in the chat. It's Jay versus myself. Running for president. Who are you going to vote for? What's the popular vote going to be that we're going to change?
Jason, I'm not sure why it's grainy, but I'm sure it's your fault.
See, this is a very supportive environment.
Brandon Yee, oh damn, I love the Vanguard heads and the Scions. Yeah, I think it's super. They look super appropriate. And now I can use the because the Scion heads are cool too, and I can use those on something else.
Chris, Sean would win. That is what would happen.
He would.
Somehow, third-party Sean would win. Although, even though a couple of people have said Jay, I'm just going to read the one that I care about. EJ95. I vote Nick. Done deal. I win. Alrighty. Remember when we had our Patreon stream last night?
Yeah.
Remember how much fun it was?
It was really fun. I think more people should sign up for the Patreon so they can experience how much fun the Patreon only streams are.
Could you believe that? And you could actually, if you sign up right now, you can join the next one, but you can actually listen to all of the old ones, and some of those older ones are spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they all are, but that one, some of our older ones in particular, because our older ones were just this, but behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm. Nuckstream, make not basing a model illegal when you become president, Jay. Yeah, that'll be my first order. I'll executive order it.
Yeah. Sure that will work out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there might be riots if you do that.
Jacob Celine, the recruit box for 40k would be a good start for kill team in a day. Get a marine team and Necron team for the low. But technically the Necrons can field 2 fire teams, while the Space Marines can only field 1. So the Necrons would actually be, and you can't field 2 fire teams of warriors. That's a stipulation in the index.
So what you're saying is that Games Workshop engineered their boxes to be wrong for Kill Team. And that they hate the fans.
This is wiping off too much paint.
Might have to let it dry more.
Yeah. I was thinking because a lot of people still use Q-tips, and I wonder if Q-tips are a little less wipey than the soft makeup sponges. Because there must be a reason.
That's a good question. So I've always heard that the Q-tips are bad because they leave little fuzzies.
Yeah, I've had them leave fuzzies too, but maybe I'm just not getting good enough ones.
Maybe you just got to get good.
That's what I do. Varnish before oils. Nope. It does nothing. You do not need to varnish before oils. It will not react. The only way you might lose paint is if your acrylic paint is super, super fresh. Just the abrasion might wipe a little bit of it away. But these guys are a day old, so the acrylic paint has set properly. So yeah, there's no chance of damaging the paint underneath.
I was under the impression that people use like varnishes like gloss varnish to make it a little easier to wipe things off.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
That's all I've seen. It doesn't make any sense to do matte varnish.
Yeah, matte varnish, it would make it it would give it more crevices for the oils to stick in.
Yeah.
Durange, hey Jay, should I go Warriors plus Flayed Ones, or Warriors plus Eternals, or Warriors plus Death Marks? I'd probably stay away from the Flayed Ones. They seem a little poopy. They're really good if they catch anything in close combat, but 4-inch movement, 6-inch charge is rough. And I think they might even have a negative modifier to doing mission actions. So yeah, they're rough. Their Games Workshop was not necessarily kind to them. But I think Warriors and Immortals are an excellent pick. Also, Death Marks are a little tricky. Just because they have the heavy roll on their guns, so they're only going to be moving a maximum of 3 inches a turn with their dash actions. And so that can lead to problems of not capturing enough stuff. And Necrons are a slow team in general with a movement of 4 inches instead of the more typical 6. So I'd probably be looking at Warriors and Immortals. I really like Immortals because they have crazy good shooting. But you do get more bodies with Warriors, and the Warriors still get Resurrection. So yeah, I definitely don't think you can go wrong with Warriors and Immortals. The Flare, Goss Flare, the Goss Heavy Flare is so good. It's so good. I mean, having AP1 on your normal gun is amazing. They're rolling 1 less defense dice. That's huge. Omniscience Sphinx, what is a good color of green for orc skin with Flesh Terror's red armor? Green. I don't know, just whatever you have. Probably against red, probably something a bright green is going to look a little better than dark green. SYT, can we talk about Book of Boba Fett, or is it too soon for spoilers? I'm up to episode 4. It's a really good show. I really, really like it. I was a little nervous, but so far I've loved every episode, especially episode 2. Holy cow, episode 2 is phenomenal. I think episode 2 of Book of Boba Fett is right up there with my favorite Star Wars things of all time. Also, I watched a little bit more Star Wars Visions, which is the anime show, and I really like it. Not every episode is amazing, but I do like that they're little 15-minute self-contained stories. And it's really fun to see different people's perspectives on Star Wars. It reminds me a ton of a comic book I used to love called Star Wars Tales, which was a whole bunch of non-canonical short comic books from different authors, different styles. Super, super fun. But yeah, it's probably too soon for spoilers because some people care about spoilers. I have never much cared about spoilers because, it's different just hearing what happens versus experiencing the thing. But some people really, really hate spoilers and will really get mad at you. So probably don't. Alex YT, I need to watch Visions. I'm working my way through Clone Wars. Oh, Clone Wars is the absolute best. I love Clone Wars. All right, well, now I'm getting antsy. I think I'm going to try to get the hairdryer going.
Ooh, that sweet, sweet hairdryer. If only there were metal models. It makes it a little bit more spicy to work with a hairdryer. Figure this out. Ooh, spicy. Working on some of the good old-fashioned Patreon terrain. Trying to get all this stuff done. PJ McMurray. Too soon, but I'm signing off for bed. Wow. I'm signing off for bed too. Everybody say goodnight to me. I mean, that's pretty rude. Nobody's saying goodnight. Nobody's tucking me in. Jason M. Would you consider making tiered terrain? I would. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'll take any terrain suggestions. I mean, we do a terrain pack a month. If anyone ever has any ideas of things, you can let me know.
All right, now we should be ready for action.
Hot damn. Jason M. Good night, Nick. Thank you. Now if you could just tuck me in, that could be good. Michael Jorgensen, I tuck you in, but you called the cops last time. Yeah, well, I didn't ask to be tucked in last time, so it was kind of an awkward encounter. Baker, Sisters of Battle Church terrain.
Ooh.
Good one. Alex YT, destroyed ships would be dope for terrain.
Yeah, like a ship slammed in the ground and all broken up.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really cool. Sounds super easy too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I whipped that up. I could do that in my sleep. Are you kidding me? I remember our one of our professors who taught Vectorworks. He did I guess I don't remember. I don't know why. I think it was for a show. He made a pirate ship in Vectorworks.
Yeah, I remember.
Which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
That is an insane thing to do. It's just not built to do that. And he had to look up all this stuff and try all these things and talk to people to figure it out. EJ95, I'll tuck you in. I owe you for tucking me in. See, there you go. Plenty of people to tuck me in. Champ Styles, one of my favorite pieces of the train is the crashed Aquila from the Battle for McCraig box set.
Ooh, that is some great terrain. I've always wanted that piece, and I want the pilot too. You never see the pilot.
And then we're gonna we already have to come up with our next thing that we're gonna start working on, because this stuff's gonna come out soon. Stuff that I'm working on now. It's really just finishing up just a few little things here and there. Baker, we need some Eons of Battle beds to tuck our models into.
Yeah. There you go.
XYT, is there a good way to scan something into an STL? IDK, how any of that stuff works. Yeah, they make devices that you can scan objects in, and it makes a mesh of the stuff. You can also, there's some programs where you can you have an object and then you film around the object, and then the program kind of figures out based on what you filmed what the object looks like. I remember watching a tutorial on somebody. They had this like really distinct tree stump in their yard, and then they filmed it, and then they put that into some program, and it looked really good. And it's all free stuff. They did that video, put it into that program, made it some sort of a mesh, put that into Blender, and then retextured it and did all these things and made it like a little scene around it to try to like recreate their backyard. It was kind of cool.
Do you think you could scan a mini and then 3D print that mini?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I did I did have an idea that I think would be pretty funny, where you try essentially what that guy did with a mini, and you keep 3D printing and then doing that and then filming it like over and over and over again, and see how much the quality degrades over time.
That would be fun.
That could be pretty fun. That kind of reminds me of remember Rhett and Link did the thing back in the day when they started doing the auto subtitles.
Yeah,
where
the Taylor Swift.
Where they like they said they had a script, they said the thing, and then they read whatever it thought it said. Yeah. That could be pretty great. But for minis. I bet it could do Rogue Trader ones really well, because you wouldn't be able to tell that it's messed up. 'Cause they look like they're messed up.
They do look like
Sorry
they're
for triggering people. Should have put a trigger warning on that one. Icon the 7. Rogue Trader models aren't the best, but they have a certain charm.
Yeah. I have a few. I have a big old hammer model video coming up soonish. In soonish, like months.
Months. Yep. Raleigh the Sloth, are you cleaning up Nuln Oil?
No, this is black oil paint. It's going okay. I think I might reapply it. I don't know. Some areas a little too much is wiping off. Some areas maybe not enough. Now that I'm cleaning it, it doesn't. The graininess isn't really being that big of an issue. Because I'm wiping off so much of it, it's only kind of staying in the recesses.
XYT. Nick, how much would you say it costs to get a mid-tier resin print set up? I don't know what that means.
Resin printing setup? Like the printer and the resin
printer?
And the pickle jar or whatever?
Like, I don't get it still. Is it like a resin printer set up? I don't know what that means.
I assume they mean like a 3D printer, and like a wash station, and the resin you need, and maybe some rubber gloves.
Yeah, $200. You probably get it. You can probably get a used like I don't know, Mars, Elegoo Mars for like 150.
But really, what you're buying with your 3D printer is the ability to pat yourself on the back in the comment section of videos.
Yeah.
I love those comments where people are like, I haven't bought a Games Workshop model in 20 years since I got my new resin printer. Last month.
Like, it's just an impossibly too long ago time. I've been 3D printing since the late 80s. I haven't bought a single Games Workshop model
with my Photon Model 8K.
Exactly.
It's the newest one. Yeah, resin print. The 3D printers are really, really cool. I like them a lot. They're neat.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think they'll be the downfall of Games Workshop. I don't think Games Workshop is ever going to produce STLs. Because why would they?
Again, it still is work. I mean, I did some resin prints today, and I cleaned some ones I did yesterday, and I mean, it took hours to get things ready. Like, that's hours I didn't have. Where, like, if you buy a model, you're ready to go. Maybe got to do a little scrape on some bold lines, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we're still a long way off before resin printing is as easy as buying a thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely not to say you shouldn't 3D print.
It drives me insane when people say it is super easy, because you're tricking people. Like the people that say that have just come to terms with the amount of work that it takes to be able to do it. And some people like dicking around with it, and I totally understand that, but it is work. Like when you go on Etsy and you see people selling 3D printed models for $8, $10 a piece, it's because it's difficult to do. Maybe not difficult, but it does take time. Because really, if it was just shitting them out, I mean, it would be 3 cents you could buy them on Etsy. It'd be more expensive to ship the models than it would be to print them. Champ Styles, I do very much want a 3D printer, but I just don't know what a good one is. I mean, you really can't go wrong with any cubic. It also depends on, are you printing big giant things? Because then you probably don't want a resin printer. You probably want a filament one. Probably do some PLA work. And then with that one, I would recommend like an Ender 3 Pro, and then you could print some upgrades for it to make it a little bit better. That's what I did. I actually did that recently. I've owned these printers for a long time. I just never printed the upgrades, and they've seemed to help a lot. For resin, you probably want to. I would just skip the 2K screens and go with the 4K at least. It's a little bit better quality. Mm-hmm. Chillosmic. Games Workshop may tag team with a printer company to launch a proprietary setup. Official Games Workshop STL by subscription. Yeah, I think that's the only way that they would probably do something like that.
Yeah, and it would have to be like a Games Workshop printer.
Yeah.
With Games Workshop resin.
Citadel printer.
Because as soon as it's an STL, it's free. Anyone can have it.
Right. Yeah. I think some sort of crazy proprietary thing would be the way that they do it. I wouldn't be surprised if they were looking into it a little bit, thinking about it.
I wouldn't be shocked if they just put out a couple of free little things.
I'd be shocked.
Like a little barrel. That'd be kind of neat. Like an official Games Workshop little base topper or something.
Mm-hmm.
Rally the Sloth. Me and my group have a rule of thumb that my model has to be 75% Games Workshop, or it's not really a model. That's not to say we don't have proxy models, but it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, I know. Like in the Star Wars Legion group, Star Wars Legion is huge with 3D printing, and so usually the rule that some people agree with is that you should buy the model, but then you can proxy whatever you want. Just have the original card. But some people are like, nope. I'm gonna 3D print the model. I'm going to print out the official copy of the official card, and that's what I'm gonna play with. And then they get mad when people get mad at them because they're like, well, it's if I can do it, I should do it because that's my consumer right, and it was just sort of true. But you should also try to support the games you like because that's how they exist.
Speaking of consumer rights, I'm going to be right back.
Ooh.
And check on these prints.
Mm-hmm.
My TK Studio prints. Get it? Because that's the person.
Yeah, I get it. I'm medium happy with how this oil turned out. It definitely grimmed them up a little bit. I think I could have waited a hair longer before starting to pull off the oils, so they would be stuck down just a little more. But I think I'm pretty happy with it. I might like. Luckily, this is Saturday, so I can give them tomorrow to dry fully. Maybe I'll like varnish them and then throw on some acrylic washes just to darken them up a little more. But they're turning out pretty darn good. My goal for these guys was to not like paint them kind of how I have been painting everything recently, which is kind of more or less kind of the Games Workshop style, like base coat, wash, highlights, which is not a bad style. It's a little time consuming, and it does lead to everything looking a little samey same. Whereas with this, I airbrushed almost everything and then threw on this oil wash, and it's super nice. Tabletop. The Games Workshop resin would be sold in little pots. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, I want to Photoshop that and like put that out as like a fake product from Games Workshop. Jay, you need to get on that finger painting trend. I didn't see anyone else's finger painting video, but I saw Ninjon's, and it was super great. I mean, all of Ninjon's videos are super great. I absolutely loved it. That little monster he painted. Oh, it turned out so good. I mean, he finger painted it, and then he finished it for real. But it turned out amazing. That was what inspired me to do the my Death Guard. I just sat down and was like, all right, I'm just going to slap paint on this and see what happens. And I'm like, you know what? This actually works out really, really well.
Yep. Hey, Kitty Canoes. I can't finger paint minis because my hands are too oily from being a gamer.
Nice.
Yeah, too much Cheeto dust.
Mm-hmm.
Really
helps with the gaming because your fingers can slide across those keys easier.
That's true.
Hit those hot keys.
Very, very true.
Then you gotta fuel up with some Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. Baja Blast. Alcoholic.
Super excited for that particular product for some reason.
Yeah. Although, are we still... we're still excited, but it is supposed to be zero sugar.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
BS.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like, I feel like these companies are getting a little late on the seltzer trends.
Mm-hmm.
Just come on, nobody cares about their health anymore. That was like early pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
People were caring. Now we don't care anymore.
Ooh, there was so much oil hiding under his little armor.
Are you gonna flick off Sean when you win tomorrow?
Yeah.
You're gonna make him cry?
Mm-hmm.
Should we put thousands of dollars on this game?
No. Well, what it's gonna be is if he loses, it's gonna be because it's Kroot. So then we'll need a rematch to really see if I can beat Sean.
Yep.
Or if I just played with the cheaty faction.
I mean, I guess you could have him play. I mean, yeah.
We should do a mirror match. Yeah, Space Marines are Space Marines.
Yeah, he'd win.
Yeah, he'd win.
God, I would love to. I can't wait. I like to imagine that you really studied up, you really looked at the rules, you really paid attention, and then Sean's just playing Total War Warhammer 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to learn the rules because I know nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, let's think about this. You'll have myself, Lucky Bat, and you on that side, and then Sean will be living up on his own.
Yeah.
And we all know Lucky Bat's probably the best tournament player we know.
Yes, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we've never beat Sean. Lucky Bat is undefeated in the world.
Yep. Pretty amazing. Yeah, who would have thunk it?
Mm-hmm. Right, well, that is some oil. They look pretty good. It'll be interesting to see once they have dried. It's not perfect. Maybe when they're completely dry, I'll come back in with maybe some acrylic washes. Jeff Styles, have you seen the guy who mixed all the Mountain Dew flavors in a giant wine glass and chugs it? I have not. I don't think any of the other flavors are good, except for Baja.
Damn. No, but I agree. Yeah, I don't like them.
I don't even like Code Red.
I call it Code Dead because it sucks.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I think we just lost a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, and the other I don't like any of the other flavors. Like they're sugary and they make you feel good, but
they don't make you feel as good though.
No, yeah, classic Dew is awesome, and Baja is awesome, and I think that might be about it. Alrighty, I think I need to blast these guys with the hairdryer again to get this going.
Sean, Mountain Dew, yeesh. I'll take the crab juice. There you go. Want some crab juice?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have these little test pieces. These are some like modular decking, like some sci-fi. So like I'm calling it a sci-fi stage because that's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can build walls on top of it and stuff. And I'm trying to make sure that all this stuff fits. And it fits pretty good.
All right, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go take a pee and hair dry them and then back.
Wow. Imagine taking a pee during the stream. How lame that would be. Again, as we established before, we do need to come out with our Eons of Battle Depends. Because we, Just can't have us peeing during the stream. I feel like it's a little rude. Champ Styles, you hate Code Red? I feel like millions of Halo players just cried out and were suddenly silenced. Yep. But, you know, as we all know, that's because Jay hates the fans. And, you know, I can finally say that without feeling bad because he's not here. So nobody tell him that I said that. He'd probably cry. Is I want a compilation of just the times Jay gets up to pee. You know? I think we can manage that. I want that compilation and then sell it. I want to sell it as an NFT. That's what I want to do. Who would buy the Jay getting up and peeing an NFT? Alex YT. See, the Depends would allow for the Gigabrain metagaming strat of just pooing yourself mid-game. You know? I didn't really think of that, but that's a pretty good way to end the game real quick. You know, if you just want the game to end, it would end. Ooh. Sean, pee in a paint pot or 20. I think that'd be a pretty horrible prank to do on somebody. You know, they leave the room and you pee in their paint pots. Imagine if they do a little bit of brush licking. That could be a problem. I'd rather buy a burp NFT than a pee break NFT. I know we talked about this a long time ago of trying to find the first ever Eons of Battle burp and then selling that as an NFT. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Like I wonder how many streams in was it that one of us burped. I mean, it's got to be the first one. Everyone's Batman. You're just thinning it for them. That is true. So maybe it's kind of like a nice like neighborly thing to do, to pee in their paint pot. TC Gentry, look at the shill with that EOB shirt. Yeah. Everybody shame the shill. Shill shame. You have to upload deleted EOB videos for that level of vintage. Very true. Yep, there's a bunch of videos that are gone, that are in the old archives. Alex YT, only real bros pee in each other's paint pots.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that we got to the pee portion of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I always get worried. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you were listening. What do you think of the you know, you go to a buddy's house, you know, and you're maybe having a little bit of a painting party, and your buddy gets out of the room, and so you pee in all of his paint pots.
I think a better move is peeing in, because peeing in the paint pots is just kind of like criminal, like, you know, you're ruining his paints. I think you pee in his paint water, especially if he's a brush licker.
Well, I was thinking, because I mean, if you peed in the paint pot and then you're a brush licker, damn, you're brush licking all that pee, all the time, because you know that pee's gonna end up in the paint water and everything. Boy, You know, I feel like we haven't had a pee poop stream in a while, and I'm really
Yeah.
glad that we got there. That's what that's really what the doctor ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Rose blips. Are you gonna do hoodies too? At some point we'll do hoodies, but not at the moment. We got sweatshirts though.
They're very comfy.
Really
I'm wearing
nice.
one right now. It's very nice.
Exactly.
It's soft on the inside.
I'm actually gonna wear mine tomorrow.
Mm.
That's what I planned. My mommy plans out all of the clothes that I wear, and so that's actually what she planned for me. Sean, every time the person stuck the brush in their mouth, I'd piss myself laughing. Jeez. I know you'd have to drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, damn, would that be hilarious?
I went to Michael's Arts and Crafts today, and I got some more inks, and the checkout took forever. Why is it always so slow?
It does. That's one of the worst parts of Michael's. For some reason, well, they only have one person.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Yeah, there's only ever one person.
And then old ladies are slow.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have 5,000 coupons, and they're trying to do all the stuff and whatever. It's bad.
Yeah, checking out at Michael's is all like literally. I was sitting there being like, "How badly do I want this?" Maybe I'll just dump it into the magazine rack and walk out.
Yeah. How many old ladies were there?
There was only like 4 people ahead of me,
Wow.
and it took forever. And when I get up the counter, I'm like, "Boom! Here's my stuff. Here's my coupon. Out the door."
Yep. Remember how rude those old ladies were. Old ladies are the rudest people.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I would always get the, I don't know if you know this, but where is like this specific yarn? I'm like, I just fucking stocked that yarn. I know exactly where it is.
Yeah, well, because you don't look like a yarn connoisseur.
No, but I knew everything. I knew a lot about the cake decorating stuff because that was like my part of my section because it's the worst. It's the worst part. There's just so much shit, and it constantly has to get restocked because I guess a lot of people do the cake decorating, but also because of all the different holidays, they have to put out all the different stuff. So there's just always was all this cake decorating and cupcakes and all this shit.
But now you're an avid baker, so it all kind of worked out.
Exactly. Alex Whitey, Michael's is greater than Joann's. They're not even the same thing.
No, yeah, they don't have the same stuff. Like one is all mostly fabric and like home decor.
Yeah.
They have
So,
some
yeah, I guess
overlap in like fake flowers.
Yeah. So I guess that comparison is correct because Michael's is more useful for us.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, Hobby Lobby has like everything.
Yeah, I love Hobby Lobby.
Mm-hmm. Dragon King 1411. These look great. Are these for Kill Team?
Yeah, they are. It's a 10-man Tempestus Scion team. My lore is that these are the minions of a rogue inquisitor, and she's heretical. She's an Ordos Xenos inquisitor, so she's supposed to hate Xenos more than anything, but actually she likes Xenos, and so she is using vat-grown clones as her bodyguards, and she has removed their ability to speak so that they can never tattle on her. And so this gave me a particular challenge with the Voxcaster guy, because usually he's sculpted with a telephone, but obviously he wouldn't be talking to a telephone if he can't speak. And so I gave him lots and lots of antennas and a computer knife, which is the Tempestus Scion power sword, but I cut the sword off and glued on like a little monitor. And I love it. The Tempestus Scions have some badass rules. 2 Scions a turn can be given an extra activation. That is amazing. And they can issue orders at any range. It's a super, super dope kill team. And the model that I'm using for my leader is actually the Kyra model, the Xenos Inquisitor with the little pet dragon and the Power Fist. And so I'm going to run her as a Tempester Prime with Power Fist and Plasma Pistol. Annie Crimson, I haven't shopped at Hobby Lobby in forever. Don't regret it either. Oh yeah, Hobby Lobby is a little hashtag problematic. They don't. But next, I remember I used to work with a super gay guy, and I used to work with a super gay guy, and he got mad at me for liking Hobby Lobby, but he loved Chick-fil-A.
I was literally about to say. Next, you're going to say that there's something wrong with Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm. Battle Tabletop Power Fist, eh? I see you like to live dangerously. Oh yeah, it's way overkill, and the -1 to hit is really a bummer. Does a Tempester hit on 2s though? So that means Power Fisting on 3, so that's not too bad. You're still very, very likely to kill whatever you're fighting. I see it as a fun trade-off. If I was going for pure power, I probably would ditch the Power Fist and go for the Power Sword, but the model has a Power Fist and it looks super, super dope with it, so I think I'll just leave it alone. I think he still hits on 4s. Oh, God, that kind of sucks. Because me hitting on 4s means I miss.
Yeah, you'll never, ever get, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, having to roll 3 dice 4-ups. That's a 0% chance for me.
Yeah. Can you remember a time where the dice were just hot?
Not for kill team. I've had some good rolls, but God, I think another problem is I often am playing kill teams with awful saves.
That's true.
The crew, the Sisters Serpentia. I'd really like to try my Death Guard with the 8 Poxwalkers. I don't think that they're as good as 2 more Marines, but I feel like there could be some fun in just kind of swarming the board with these silly zombies and rolling tons of disgustingly resilient. I think there totally could be something to the Poxwalkers, and they're all done and painted up and everything. So
I don't know. I think that they'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, and it does a little. It might depend on the mission.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know.
The fist is way cooler though. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think one thing that is a little sad with the compendium is some of the weapon options are just bad, and sometimes there's not a great way around it. Like if with the veteran or the veteran guardsman commander, he can take a plasma pistol, a bolt pistol, or a las pistol. I mean, there's no way to make the las pistol good. I guess would it get 6 shots? But like, oh, okay, 6 shots, that could be something. You get a lot of hits, but it's still not going to be as sure thing as the plasma. So what, are you going to give it 8 shots? All of a sudden, it's absolute insanity, but almost still not as good as the plasma pistol.
Right.
But so they sort of just went, yeah, just take the plasma pistol. I mean, it comes in the box. We'll give you rules, but really, you want the plasma pistol. XYT, you gonna watch the Super Bowl while you play? Nope, I don't care about sports ball.
But also, we play in the morning.
Yeah.
So we usually play at 10 o'clock our time. Although I don't care about the Super Bowl either, but the Rams are gonna win. That's what's gonna happen tomorrow. That's my prediction, and I'm betting $5,000 on it. I'm not actually, but they're gonna win.
I'm putting it all on the Red Sox.
You know what? They're gonna win too. You know, I don't think that's a bad idea. No, you're right. Ever been to a baseball game?
I've been to a baseball game. It was boring to watch, but the food was fun.
What game did you watch?
I don't know.
Is it a real?
That was probably 9.
Is it a real baseball game?
It was at a stadium.
Like a major league baseball? Oh,
no.
Okay, then nobody cares.
Yeah.
Why do you even bring that up?
I had an elephant ear. It was great.
I think that's illegal now. God damn. What a world. Yeah, I think these are looking really good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely good. Especially, I mean, considering that I did almost no base coating of the brush,
yes.
I'm super satisfied.
This is insane.
Like, and then once they're dry, by Monday, then I'll be able to do some final highlights, and really they'll be pretty much done. I think I'll break the airbrush back out to make their eyes glow, and that'll pretty much be it. Maybe a little dry brushage to make their armor a little bit more weathered and worn. But yeah, I super like how these look. I can't wait to paint up the lady and the last 2 scions. I think I might do it in a video, because I have a lot to say about this team.
There you go. Alex YT. We all know Jay is a huge Puppy Bowl fan, though.
We talked about the Puppy Bowl a few streams ago.
Yep.
It sucks.
I was just gonna say, cuts of Jay shitting all over the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah,
How much it sucks.
And I was so excited for the Puppy Bowl. I mean, they really advertised the heck out of it, and I watched little else growing up but Animal Planet. So excited for the Puppy Bowl, and then it's just nothing.
Yep. I mean, it's an advertisement to adopt dogs.
Yeah, yeah. And an adult me would have picked up on that.
Yeah.
But 7-year-old Jay or whatever, not so much. It's like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like and there's commentators, and it's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be dope.
Yep. And now adult Jay's like, they should just kill them. They just kill them all. Why would you say such a thing? That's really mean to the dogs. Jeez. That was an exact quote. That was an off-air quote while we were filming the other day.
All right. Is there anything I can do right now while they're all wet?
Wet, you say?
Oh,
this is a great question, Sean. So, what did 7-year-old Jay expect?
I thought that there would be I thought they were gonna make the puppies play like a game. I didn't think the puppies were gonna play football. But I don't know. Maybe make them race or something.
And there's like brain trauma.
Yeah.
Puppy brain trauma.
Literally, the dogs come out, run around for a minute, and then go to bed. Because they're puppies. They don't do anything.
Yep. Oh, boy. Oopsies. Alrighty. Gotta get some stuff set up to print. This is my least favorite parts of the whole process. Is all the work. I hate this part. I hate the printing part. I hate the cleaning part. I hate the putting together parts. I really hate this whole thing. It's fiddly.
Chilla's MC Tron scheme with neon glow panel lines. That would be really, really cool. A little tricky to do. I think you probably prime it black and then try your best to panel line everything and then go back in with black to fix all of the problems that panel lining caused you. And I think it would only really work on particular, like it'd be hard to do Tron orcs. There's no panel lines anywhere.
The Tau?
Tau? Oh yeah, Tau would look dope. Travarion just put out a video painting Tau and it was really, really cool. He's very good at painting. And I got a little jealous. He was sponsored by Epic Basing.
They're cheating on us? It's inappropriate. Was, what did he do with the bases? Did he show that off?
Yeah, he used the bubble ground, like the bubble rocks. And he showed off tons of stuff. I wonder if he's painted a lot for them because he showed off a bunch of the stuff that I've seen like them show off.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he did some really neat stuff with the Tau. He painted a normal Tau. He painted the white and red Tau, and he did the blue and orange Tau. All right, well, I'm turning the stream off. Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Maybe I can get... There's a little gunk on his chest that I'd like to get rid of. Maybe I can rip up. There we go. Just want to get in there and get... He's got a little throw up on his front. I gotta wipe it off.
Did you burp him first? Because you don't want him to keep throwing up on himself.
No, yeah, I burped him. I changed his diaper too.
Aw. That was very nice of you.
Yeah, this has been a super, super fun painting experiments, these guys. I think I'm going to try to keep it going. Because I feel like I've been painting the exact same way for a little too long.
You should paint with your other hand.
No. Oh, there we go. Nox stream, would you paint in a cold temperature, a warm temperature, or just in the middle? I like to be a little chilly while I paint because then I have a nice sweater on. I'm sure that's what you're talking about.
Interesting.
I think I like warm tones. I haven't painted much really that's in a cold tone. I guess my original Necrons, but I repainted them. So I'd say these guys are in a warm tone. I think the blue really looks nice again next to the red because the blue is kind of cold. I think though what I might do, I'll definitely do it to 1 maybe, is I might, once they're dry, just ever so slightly airbrush on a magenta, just dust a magenta ink, just to kind of bring the blue and the red a little closer. I think that might do something for me.
You might do the Mountain Dew.
Yeah. For bases, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I might, because I have a whole bunch of machinery bases for Necromunda, so I might use those bases. I think that would look pretty good with them.
Yeah.
Jason M. Well, I got to get up early tomorrow, so good night, everyone. Nick, your turn to tuck me in.
Ooh, I can't wait. I do it nude, if that's okay.
Sean, I like gun basing. Get her done with gun. Also, you can't go wrong with a ruined battlefield base too. That is true. I haven't done like classic, just sand and gray in a long time.
Sand and gray. Check this out. Printed these pieces earlier today, and I didn't support them good enough. They printed perfectly. Well, they printed, but they were a little warped. So I gotta make sure I add a lot of supports around, especially these edges. Edges is like that's always the tricky part.
Microsoft Edge?
Yes, it's my default web browser. It's not, because why would I do that to myself? I don't hate myself that much. A little bit, but a little bit's good. You shouldn't love everything about yourself. I mean, we've all met people that love themselves a little too much. It's a problem. Lucky Bat. Nah, I just wanted to say a name.
I worked my Malifaux team a little bit today. I put Milliput on their bases.
Ooh.
They're looking spicy. I'm playing.
What is the basing theme for them?
Like a dry, dead forest. So it's just spiky bushes and the spooky trees from Epic Basing. And then I think the ground is going to be littered with like fall leaves. I'm going to try to use my green stuff punch. And actually, the leaves should actually be in a better scale, because I think I have the 32 millimeter punch.
Oh, cool.
I forget what Malifaux team I have. I know I have the Malifaux Arcanist Performers. But what is this team? Malifaux. I kind of bought them on a whim just because they look really cool.
And because I bought stuff.
Yeah. Store. Product. How do I use this? Yeah, products Malifaux, the Resurrectionist, Arcanist, Neverborn, Outcast. They're not Neverborn. Maybe they are Neverborn.
Seem pretty born to me.
Yes, they are the Neverborn. Nekima and the Demons. I guess Nekima and the Nephilim is what they are. They're Nephilim. They look like gargoyles.
Yes.
Yeah, super, super cool box. It's crazy. Nekima is like an enormous model on a 50 millimeter base. And she's not a leader. I always forget how it works.
Master?
It's minion, henchman, and
Master.
is it master? It might be master. Yeah. But she's so enormous as a model. And then my other master is Colette Dubois, who's a tiny, tiny little mini on a little 32 millimeter base.
And then, I mean, we're not even getting into my...
Oh my goodness. And then I want to see all three of these go toe to toe. The 3 different sizes of minis.
Yeah, because mine are tiny. Mine
Here,
are little gremlins.
I'll go get it right now. It's right next to me.
Little grems. Little grems. XYC. Sounds like a dope indie band name. Neverborn.
Right outside. So this is a normal. Actually, this is probably an above average tall humanoid 32 millimeter model. I forget the name of this character. Also
George,
a member of the
yeah.
Nephilim. And then we've got Nakima. Like look at Nakima next to a Tempestus Scion.
Big lady.
Can't even get her in a camera properly. And I think I'm going to paint these Nephilim with Army Painter speed paints. Because I gotta learn.
Ooh-wee.
Nuxream. My parents wish I was never born. Any Crimson, Big Lady Halt.
Love a hot lady. Sean, what game is the big girl from?
Malifaux. It's a super, super fun skirmish war game that uses cards instead of dice. Like a 52 deck of cards. It's really, really fun because it's like dice in that it provides an element of randomness, but then you have a hand of cards you can swap in. And that makes it really, really fun because it kind of gives you a little bit of like a pokery bluffing aspect to it. Because you don't know what's in your hand, but you don't know what's in your opponent's hand. And so, let's say you're attacking someone, and then you draw you draw a card that's not that great, and then they manage to save it with the card that they draw. So maybe you're like, do I use this good card from my hand to make sure that the attack goes through? But maybe they have a really good card in their hand. But are they going to want to use the really good card in their hand to block my card? Or are they going to save it for something that they're planning? And so you kind of, it's this little battle. And like maybe you're like, like maybe I have an ace, but I also have a 10. Maybe I'll play the 10 because I think that'll get me where I need it to be to beat what I think they have.
Yeah.
It's really neat. Sean, is Malifaux from the USA or UK or what? USA!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've talked to them. They're fun,
Yes.
fun fellas.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to send us a Bayou Bash if they ever come out with that game.
It's out. It's been out for 9 months.
With the models or with the tokens?
Yes.
With the models? Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, they had them at the game store.
Oh.
Well,
I
it's
thought-
not. So, what it is there's the Bayou Bash board game with the little meeples,
Yeah.
and then there's the Bayou Bash models.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it is. Yeah, they had it at the game store. It's not our friendly local game store. It's just a friendly local game store.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a friendly, far away-ish game store.
So you have to buy. You can buy the models separately.
Yes, but the
Okay.
models are the models are for, like, Bayou Bash is like a separate thing.
Yeah.
It's just like a kids game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also use if you want to step up your game, you can use the real models for it.
Mm.
Or you can use those real models in Malifaux. I didn't choose to buy those.
Mhm.
I don't want them. They're cool, but I don't want. That's how I feel about that.
Also, check out that epic basing. The epic basing stuff is so cool. It just looks neat. I mean, look at how the all those branches really silhouette the model.
Jeez, why do you shell for them all the time?
Like her wings being up kind of forces a lot of like upward energy, and then all of the branches sticking upwards out of the ground. It just works so well.
Mom, Dad, Jay's shilling again.
I know there's an alternate sculpt Nekima.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little nervous to look at it because I might like him better.
Uh-oh.
Malifaux Nekima.
Nekima rhymes with Zima.
The other sculpt is pretty darn good.
Is it that much different?
It's just a different pose.
Mm.
It's the same everything, but a different pose. It's she's kind of like striking upwards with a sword. I think I like the one I have a little better. They're about the same. The Malifaux models are so good. Like all of them are just so interesting. They're like every single one is like a little art piece. Not that Games Workshop models aren't art pieces, but they're not.
Although a certain person in our that is in our comments a lot would argue with you about if the Malifaux models are good.
That's true.
A very certain person. It looks like generic.
Mm-hmm.
That's me being that person.
I mean, they definitely don't look generic.
No. Doesn't make any sense.
Brian, I'll talk to you. Prefer Kill Team or Malifaux? I don't know. I have not played enough Malifaux. I played one game. That one game was very fun. I really like Kill Team because I've played it like a lot. And I like 40k. I like the 40k universe. I like making a bunch of kill teams.
When we played Malifaux, you won, right?
Yes.
So is that why you think it's fun?
Oh yeah. If I had lost, I'd hate it. Slim, have you guys heard of the game Model Builder on Steam? No. What's Model Builder?
I hope it's literally just building models.
Me too.
Alright, so let's add some more supports. I'm actually goddamn almost out of resin. I had to order some today. Like I just got some filament because I was out of filament, and then I'm out of resin, so I have to order more resin. So just going out. And the resin is more expensive now. A lot more expensive than it used to be. Like I thought it was like $20 a bottle, but now it's like $40 a bottle.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pretty soon Games Workshop will be cheap. And the Games Workshop just raised the price. Yeah, that kind of stings a little, because Games Workshop's already really expensive. Sean, I remember Zima. Never drank it, though. I've had Zima. They re-released Zima like 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Just as like a little whatever. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it was that spectacular. I remember we put Jolly Ranchers in it.
It did nothing.
Which is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always like the thing is you're supposed to like, oh yeah, the classic Zima thing is to put Jolly Ranchers in there. No.
I feel like didn't we put a bunch in too, just
Yeah.
to see if it would do something? Yeah. Oh, silliness. Jeez, did we even go to school? I know we did, but it always sounds like we never did. I know we did tons of stuff all the time, but we found some downtime in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. Remember how many people we went to school with that only had downtime?
Yes.
And never did anything?
Seemed like all theater kids.
Yes, and I don't know. I don't think people's lives are going that well.
Carter Abril. Zima Clear Malt is a clear, lightly carbonated alcoholic beverage made and distributed by the Coors Brewing Company. Introduced in 1993, it was marketed as an alternative to beer. Yeah, it was like an early wine cooler.
Yeah. But I mean, the wine cooler technology has gotten pretty damn good.
Yeah. Bernard's like, so it's a White Claw. Yeah, it's pretty much a White Claw.
Well, it's a White Claw that has like sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bubbly though, really?
It was carbonated.
Really?
Yeah.
Not that carbonated.
No, yeah, it wasn't like a modern. Yeah, it wasn't like a modern White Claw. I think lightly carbonated is about right. I kept all the caps, and the caps are pretty badass. I should have kept one of the bottles. The bottles are cool too.
Mm.
I remember they had a whole pallet of them at the
Yep.
at the Metro Market. I should have stocked
You
up,
did.
even though I didn't like it that much. They're just cool.
Yeah.
I would have drank them all.
Yeah, you're an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
You have to say that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We actually had a staged intervention for Jay the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Myself and Lucky Bat.
Yeah. The buying minis one is next week, right?
Yeah.
You scheduled it in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that full footage of Jay crying is on the Patreon.
Yeah, well, holding on to my Chalnath box. Yeah, although hopefully I'll already be through the 7 steps or whatever by the time the Eldar Corsairs come out.
Yeah. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. I remember when you said that. That was pretty funny. That was my favorite part. Was the intervention. All right. This will be interesting.
Carter Abrel. So what is inside of Jay's creative juice jar? I don't really understand. It's creative juice.
Yeah.
That's what's in there.
And heroin.
Yeah. Everyone's
That's also part of the intervention.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's Batman. I only found one good Malifaux Bat Rep channel, but there's only a few. Yeah, there's not a ton. There's not an amazing Malifaux presence online. There's one guy with headphones that did a terrible job explaining the rules of Malifaux.
Yeah.
When you read the rules, the reading the rules for combat, it's a little much. But then once you play it, it's like, oh, this makes perfect sense. This works.
Yeah.
Because it's different. I mean, if you're used to dice games, it's a little different. But I love. I mean, it's just fun to play with. It's just fun to have cards in your hand.
I liked the comment that we got today, where somebody said, this was on the Malifaux might be better than 40k, an old model's memories, and they said both games are equally trash. I like that comment. I thought that comment was pretty funny.
I love because what I love, all of these people who are like, I hate 40k, 40k is the worst, everything sucks. In the grand scheme of things, our videos do not get viewed by that many people at all. So how did that person see our video?
Yeah, it's
because
insane.
they watch every 40k video under the sun.
Yeah.
This game they hate so much.
Yeah.
They probably have, you know, $10,000 of models behind them while they're typing that comment.
Yeah, it's insane. And like there's tons of stuff that I hate and that offends me and that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't watch it.
Yeah.
I've seen it once, and I was like, ooh, I don't like this. I will not participate. And then I just move on.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You become a lot happier. Brian Ratzog, I'm actually really enjoying new Kill Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kill Team is good.
It is a neat
Especially
game.
when you destroy Sean tomorrow and he starts crying and then you lick his tears off his face.
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
That's my imagination working though.
Yeah, I haven't won a game this year, but
Is that true?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I think it is.
I think that's absolutely true. When was the last time you won a game?
Maybe one of those like early three-way games we had.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if I won. I remember maybe I didn't lose.
Yeah, it was like I guess you won kind of situation. I do like I don't miss this obviously, but I do a little bit. I in old Kill Team when there was all these situations where it was like, well, I guess I lost or I guess you lose. It was always just funny to say that.
Yeah. I guess I lose. Yeah, because you had to roll for your own broken test, and most of the missions said if you break, you lose the game. So you would roll. You would have to roll for yourself to see if you lost.
But I always just thought that was so funny, just saying that. Well, I guess I lost.
Carter Abril, have you featured any completed Sisters of Battle models on your videos? I don't remember what your models look like. And I did it. I showed them off on a Models and Memories weekly. I could not tell you which one.
Oh, nope. No way. Yeah. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. I think there's maybe a picture on Instagram. It might have been a work in progress, though.
Baker, battle reports are a lot better when people lock the camera down or focus on the action with a voiceover instead of just recording off their phone and talking while playing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really like the you see everything while they're holding a Sony Handycam. It just doesn't really work for me.
Nope. I do think some of the talking can be fun if like it's important. Like, oh my god, this dice roll is gonna be like you know, if I roll badly on this is not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Or like you know, like this guy has to live, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna cry. And then you roll the dice, and then you know, something bad happens. Like, that's fun. I don't love the talking heads stuff. Like,
yeah, I mean, it always just feels so phony.
hi, I'm Michael. I'm playing orcs. Okay, I don't care. Just play the game.
I was so nervous about this dice roll, and it was really going to determine if Michael was going to be taking the lead in turn 2.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I don't know if I like the talking heads either.
Like, I do think that there's something to like it, you know, and I don't remember who does this. Somebody does this, where you live stream the game, and you have it be silly and fun. You get to see everything, and you get to, you know, maybe you interact with the chat a little bit, and you do that while you're filming it, and then you actually create an edited, nice battle report that people can watch as well.
Yeah,
like,
that's pretty much dice check.
Yeah, like that's fun, and that's really, really cool. That's what people should do.
One of my favorite things ever was dice check. They were using these like mouse pad material. I guess they would be 12-inch bubbles to show like objective control. And people were saying that they were really ugly because they were covering up too much of the board. And so they had new ones printed with their faces on it, just to be even more obnoxious.
What would be kind of cool is if you had like a projector above it, projecting where the circles were. That could be pretty sick.
That would be pretty good.
So yeah, we'll just do that.
Mm-hmm. Might make the models underneath a little hard to see.
Well, you turn it off. Like you have it on when it needs to be on. You turn it off when it has to be off.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could maybe use a circular laser pointer
to
hang them.
Everyone's Batman. Dice Check is the worst offenders of talking too much and not playing the game. I believe it. Those guys like to have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Agent 95. Nick, my brain hurts. Can you make it better? Yes. I'll tuck you in.
I'm ready to be tucked in. Ooh.
I'm not going to do that for you. I only tuck in our Patreon supporters.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. So, you heard it here, folks. Another reason to join the Patreon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just looking at Malibu models I want. I think I want something. How do I get the Whisperers? How do I get... What's that box? Is that Explorer Society?
XYT. I think you should call the models who do well absolute heroes every turn.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's the Warhammer Plus battle reports. That's what they always say. What an absolute hero! I can't do the accent very well. I can only do what and no. That's all I can do.
There's Hush, but it's not a core box. It's Cadmus. What is the Cadmus?
Chalmath?
Nexus? Is there a Cadmus core box?
Sean, is that who has been tucking me in? I thought I was nuts. I got you. Brent George, quick question. What exactly are Tempestus Scions? Imperial Guard?
They're like Super Imperial Guard. They are, they train at the, what's it called? The Protogenia? They're like, they're pretty much the Sisters of Battle. They're super well-trained elite soldiers who are fanatically loyal to the Imperium. They're just the super elite guard. They get better equipment, better weapons, unique vehicles. Everyone's Batman. Scola Progenium. Yeah, orphan kids who are like just orphan kids who are just turned into super badasses and brainwashed. Except for these ones are vat-grown clones because of my lore.
Yes. Funny guy. What army should I do after my Black Templar?
Whichever one you
Tau.
think is the second most cool.
Tau.
Yeah, Tau.
What's your favorite Tau?
My favorite Tau is the Tau.
Oh,
And it's actually true. I like
cool.
Tau Sept. Although actually my favorite Tau would be the red guys. There's the Farsight Enclave, a group of Tau who have seceded from the Tau and are now kind of working for themselves. And they're arguably like the only good guys in 40k.
They're working and they're twerking.
Mm-hmm.
Can they twerk?
Yeah, they can probably twerk with their little hoofed legs.
You think they do a good job?
Yeah, I think
They
they could probably do a twerk.
Make some good money? Do you think they have a little OnlyFans?
Oh yeah, the Tower all over OnlyFans. They love technology.
That's good. Do you think they have iPhones? Do they have Tau phones?
Yeah, they have better. They have the iPhone 13.
Ooh, with a knife attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Knife phone.
Yeah. The only problem with the Farsight Enclave, terrible logo. The Farsight Enclave logo looks like nothing. The symbol, Tau Farsight Enclave symbol. It really should have been something better. It's like a mushroom cap with a circle. It's super duper forgettable. Like I almost feel like they should have moved maybe away from the standard Tau aesthetic, since they moved away from like the Tau. Like, yeah, they're not a part of the Tau. So maybe if they had something a little bit more like organic or artistic. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the Farsight Enclave's logo. Funny guy, what would you say is the best way to paint yellow? I kind of like Army Painter's Demonic Yellow. It's one of the better yellows I've used. It's kind of a canary yellow, but it's okay. It's you can mix it with stuff. P3 makes some really good yellows. Games Workshop makes some terrible yellows. Some of the worst in the biz.
Biz quick.
Der 5s. If the Skaven would be in 40k, what army would they be the closest to in design and playstyle? They would be exactly like the Genestealer cult, which is why I don't think they should come to 40k.
Yep, I agree. No, thank you.
I do not think we need more factions. I think just take care of the factions we have. Maybe even consolidate some of the factions. And I think there's a certain magic to simplicity, and like 25 factions is not necessarily simplicity. And some of the factions aren't real factions, like Harlequins and Adeptus Custodes. Like they're kind of they're their own armies, and you can build armies of them, but they're not the same thing as like the Eldar or the Space Marines. And the Space Marines are kind of one faction, but also 30 different factions.
Really, I think what they should do is this. They should consolidate it all down to just Space Marines, Eldar, and Tyranids.
Yeah.
Something very unique and very different than.
And they should call it Dawn of War 3.
Exactly. And on that note, it is 12 o'clock.
Yay!
And that means that it's bed about time for us. And we really got to rest up because we got some Sean beating to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so everybody in the chat, make sure before you leave, send some good vibes to us and some bad vibes to Sean.
Yeah. Bad juju.
But anyways, we had a bunch of videos out this week. Make sure you go watch those videos. Got some Patreon stuff cooking and up. Got some terrain coming out soon. Oh boy, lots of stuff. Got to join that Patreon. Got to buy those shirts. But we're back with another live stream on Monday at 9 p.m. So join us for that.
All right, everybody. Good night.